Here we're going to talk about Mercury in Pisces in direct relation to the laws of attraction and using my mind and my speech to manifest the things that I want to experience on this earthly plane. So let's talk about Pisces. Pisces rules the 12th house. It's considered a very spiritual house. It's a house that has a sense of privacy attached to it. It's a place where we're alone within our own thoughts. The bedroom is attached to the idea of the 12th house. Ashrams, hospitals, research, laboratories. There is a little bit of mental illness attached to this particular sign. But I think oftentimes that is as a result of Pisces kind of vacillating between the human experience and the experience that is more authentic to what our soul knows, which is that we are energetic beings having a vibrational experience, and we come under the veil of density in order to play with these elements and empower the human experience to be all it can be. So now let me go back to the idea of Pisces ruling imagination and fantasy and sort of, I think of it like, really fun movies like the movie Avatar, or movies where we see the greatest potentials show up for the human experience. They inspire us and they make us want to reach for the stars. So here I think I'm going to want to, as a person who has Mercury in the 12th house of Pisces, I want to use my imagination to fuel the experiences that I want to have. I want to use the idea of photography and of film and of meditation and of my quiet time, musing on the enjoyment of the things that I want to experience, on what it would be like when these things actually appear versus the road to having to get there. I feel as if in this particular sign, where sometimes people will say that Pisces falls victim to rose-colored glasses and illusion and being deceived. I think in this particular case, when you use your imagination and you use the acquired wisdom that you have garnished over the years, you're able to take what would appear to be negative traits of a sign and apply them in a positive way, or in a way that lifts the vibration to be very powerful and influential. So if you have Mercury in Pisces, I think the greatest way for you to manifest the things that you want is to first lay it out in pictures. Lay it out in a dreamy place where it initially feels as if you're creating your own, you're the leading character in your own movie. And Pisces, for me, because it's mutable, this feels like it's kind of an easy thing for you to do in allowing yourself to merge with a new version of yourself. The advantage of this placement as well is that it is a strong, for me, karmic signature where the soul has an opportunity to break ancestral patterns of thought that do not serve the higher vibrational experiences. So if you have Mercury in the 12th house, naturally ruled by Pisces, if you've got it in a different sign, then you're going to layer the sign and the house together. So if it's like, say, for instance, Taurus is your 12th house, then you're still going to take the ideas of fantasy, the ideas of imagination, the ideas of spirituality, and the environment of the 12th house and apply them. So I wanted to make that kind of clear. The other thing I want to say here is that with this placement, I think one of the most powerful dynamics is the ability to assess the situation and view the situation as if a researcher was doing it. Pieces of information coming through Mercury, not to be judged, but to be assessed as to whether they are moving the story forward, stalling the story, or actually moving it backward. The 12th house can make us think we're losing our minds sometimes. It can make us, it rules mental hospitals. It also rules ashrams and spiritual places. So that's where we're going to start to put our energy. And if you want to do a little experiment with yourself, I would suggest a couple of things. Either you could potentially write a story, Mercury, and the story would be the story of your love life or the story of your career, the story of whatever you want to manifest. And as you're writing that story, your awareness of how you feel about the story will allow you to kind of take this manifestation measurement. Okay. Because if you're feeling like you're lying to yourself, then you're going to want to allow yourself to dig deeper and deeper into the idea of the fantasy, the imagination, the musings. You might even want to play some music when you're doing this exercise. And then as you go into your everyday world, keeping an awareness for the signs and the omens that these things are coming toward you. You are here to receive them. The law of attraction is really only as powerful as the law of allowing, and your ability to allow experiences to come forth and your bravery to walk through the door as it's opened. So I think that's a real powerful way to look at Mercury in the 12th house of the sign of Pisces. I'm going to go on to my next video.